Hello everyone, this is Robert from Custodian File. Thank you for tuning in, I appreciate it. Let's just jump on in. Look at this video right here from the brown dwarf. Thank you very much, I appreciate it. He's sitting under the runway of LAX, and they are just flying over his roof, East LA. So look at this, this is all you do. You take your camera, landscape. This show is about, the podcast is about small UFOs, UAPs that are flying around our aircraft. And if you're new, I'll try to explain information on this here. But nevertheless, the brown dwarf is just knocking it out of the park. They're flying all over his roof for some reason. It's very odd. Blackhawks, Apaches, Coast Guard. But nevertheless, he's knocking it out of the park. He's just getting one video after the next, after the next. This is the format. Landscape, put the airplane, helicopter in the center. Now, I normally don't zoom in that much because you could lose the UFO, you can lose the dragon. I call them dragons because I thought they were dragonflies. But the advantage is if a dragon tags the aircraft, then you're going to get a better image. And he has 100 aircraft fly over his head every day. So if you play the odds, at the end of the day, you're going to have video like this. So I think it's a brilliant strategy. It's working very well for him. This is it. Yeah, I know this is a lot. This is a lot. If you've been watching my channel, you're like, wow, this is amazing. This is just consistent. In this format is all over the world. These things are all over the world. And I'm getting video from all over the world too. I'm in Marina Del Rey, Los Angeles. I noticed this activity 7 years ago, ironically with the help of with the Coast Guard and the Navy Blackhawks. They really gave me the biggest clue, a 99% clue. I ran with it, and I've been recording these UFO dragons ever since. So please check out his channel, ask questions, subscribe, comment. I'd love to hear from you. Let's go to the next video. Okay, look at this. Like I said, I'm in Marina Del Rey. This is the LAPD coming in. This is real time. I believe the dragon, look at that, just flies right over his head, especially the Jetty rocks. Look at that right there. That's 12%. That's 12%. But again, the Jetty rocks is ground zero. You fly over that, you're going to get tagged by one of these UAP UFO dragons. Very predictable. They only fly when there are helicopters over Marina Del Rey. And again, the Jetty rocks is ground zero. That's where the police, the Army, the Coast Guard, that's where they always circle. They racetrack over the Jetty rocks. It's just, evidently these things are just sitting in the water. They launch, they land. Just really predictable, easy science. I can't stress it enough here. But by the way, this is the LAPD chopper. Now the general rule is they all fly with their GPS radio transponder turned off. It makes my job really hard because I can't see them coming, so I lose the video. But anyway, I just want to put that out there. Thank you. Okay, so here is maybe many of you know, 1992, June 14, there was a large UFO sightings on the coast, Malibu, adjacent to Topanga Canyon. A lot of people saw these ships. They saw them come out of the water very close to that Malibu underground base. And this is a radio interview of two people. I think they were abducted. When you tell the story, when you hear the story, I encourage you to listen to this. Looks like they were abducted. This thing flew right up to their car, and they told the whole story, and then they reported it to the police, and it's worth checking out. June 14, 1992. Now, when I was listening to it, this is what I found really odd. They filed a report with the LAPD officer Burns, and how small of a world this is. So many of you know I'm a pharmacist. Officer Burns used to come to my pharmacy. So I had who knew 32 years ago that he was connected to this. And I'm just now figuring that out. Just what a small synchronicity world. All right, if you have any questions, please remember to like, comment, subscribe. I do want to hear from you. Or you can record these things and send your videos to custodianfile@gmail.com. Let's go to the next. Super. Okay, here we go again. See the Jetty rocks right there below? Chopper's just coming in. I'm just recording him. And look at this. Look at this UAP. Look at this dragon. This is at 12%. Look at this. They just keep tagging this guy. They're following this guy. I forget who he is. I don't know if it's tourism. It's not the Coast Guard. It's not orange. But it doesn't matter. All helicopters get tagged. They get reconned. All of them. Doesn't matter. All aircraft. But they wouldn't leave this guy alone. Look, this is real time. Try to see it. Try to see it. Where is it? There it was. There it was. But I knew where to look. I know you're kidding me. I didn't see anything, especially if you're watching on the phone. Forget it. You got to watch it on your computer. And the bigger the screen, the better. And some of you are very dedicated. I got to tell you, I've got some really dedicated viewers that are taking this very serious. There it is again. And they're putting this on their big screen and they're going frame by frame. And they've got it figured out. I really appreciate that. But anyone can do this again. You just take your phone, hold it landscape, record aircraft, and look for a tiny dot. Try to see a tiny dot. It's traveling at 2,000 miles an hour. These things, they do 8% of the time, they will trigger the X and K band, and they do leave an audio sometimes, a tiny click. And when you edit and slow down the video, you hear the click, it's more pronounced. But nevertheless, this is what's going on every day all over the world. Videos just coming in. So please ask questions. I don't mind. If you're new to the channel, I know this is way too much information. Feel free to ask questions. Some of my viewers are helping me out here and they're answering the questions for me, and I appreciate that because I'm juggling a lot here, guys. I'm trying to get this information out there to the best of my ability. All right, let's go to the next. Super. Okay, so you just saw this video here. Looks like the Coast Guard. Yeah, the Coast Guard coming in and they trigger the K-band. And then look what's in the area. I don't think this is a dragon. This is an orb because it's slower and it's larger. But look at this. I don't record orbs that often. So that was a real treat. I slowed that down. This is going at 3%. You can tell by the rotor blades. If you look at the rotor blades on the chopper, and there's the screenshot. At the same time, the Coast Guard and the sheriff was in the area. They're running a grid. I mean, you can run grids. I don't know what you're looking for. It's over the same area over and over. But what can I say? I recorded an orb. I like that. It's definitely not a dragon. And we have a K-band. So this is just what it is. I mean, like, if you I get it. If you're new, you're like, what is going on here? This just cannot be happening. It's been happening since the summer of 2017. It's probably way before that, but I didn't figure it out till the summer of 2017. This is why, because this is where the Coast Guard and the Navy Blackhawks invaded Marina del Rey. And then I finally took out my camera because I want to know what they're doing here. And then that's when I saw these things flying around. And so I've got video that goes back to 2017. Just phenomenal. You never get tired of seeing it. 2,000 miles an hour. And by the way, that was confirmed by the Pentagon April 19, 2023, when the Pentagon gave a report to Congress that these UAPs, their speed, and the X-band data. So I really appreciate the Pentagon supporting my data here. Let's go to the next. Okay, I think I mentioned this the other day. Now they're bringing back the LiDAR choppers. They're running grids over Marina del Rey. Same old story. They've been doing this for years now. They do this like 3 times a year, but it's been going on for 3 or 4 years now. Look at this. He's in there. He's coming with his high-tech equipment, and he's getting tagged, which is extremely predictable. You should be puzzled if you're recording choppers. And this is the grid, the plane finder grid. They're doing their best. But you should be puzzled if you're recording helicopters and you're not seeing these UAP dragons. Here's a close-up of the LiDAR. There's this pod, that white box underneath. Very nice high-tech equipment. I would love to see his video, what they recorded. I think they were here for like 3-4 hours. They were doing the best they can also. I would love to see, if anybody has access to that video, can I see their LiDAR data? It's got to be out of this world, right? Please, somebody send me an anonymous photo. I'd love to see that. Okay, I think that will do it for today. If you have any questions, please reach out, custodianfile@gmail. If you like what you see, please like, subscribe, comment. Thank you for tuning in to the next video. Stay safe.